Morning, everybody, especially our Winner's Edge people. Remember, any chiropractor that's a part of the Winner's Edge success group, we call a winner. And they are winners because they've decided to learn more, upgrade everything, learn the better way to do practically everything in practice. And it makes such a tremendous difference in practice and in a person's life. It's a nice crisp morning here. Just pulled out of the garage. The garage is 60 degrees, and now I watch the temperature just plummet on my readout. It might be -3 Fahrenheit today. It's a crisp one here, Minneapolis. I'm at Winner's Edge North, you might say, versus my office and my home down in Sunny Isles. Now in chiropractic, which is such an amazing thing, it's hard to boil it down to one word. There's so many important words for success: reliability, durability, caring, love. There's so many important words for a chiropractor. Certainty, confidence, technique. So many incredible words. But the word that really sums up our mindset, and it even sums up the foundation for our lives financially. And this word isn't used enough or understood well enough, especially as it relates to if you want to grow or if you want to do better than you're currently doing. And that's really the question. Are you wanting to do better than you're currently doing? Do you want to have more people just automatically come and see you without having to do any marketing? Do you want people to naturally pay more for your services, for your care plans? Do you want people to naturally just want to stay under care and come in automatically and periodically with an automatic payment arrangement and enjoy their chiropractic awesomeness? And then, of course, there's a conversion of all of that into money. That's a whole different story. But the word I'm getting at here is service. I'll sum it up this way. If you want to see more people, that means you have to give more service. If you want to collect more, that means you must give more service. It's very simple. People go in to their chiropractic office and think about, how do I get new ones or whatever, when the most important thing on your mind is, how do I give more service? How do I do more for the people I'm seeing? And then how do I do more with more people and see more people? See, when I go into my work, I'm going to jump off on Dell Road, Eden Prairie, Minnesota, crossing over into Chanhassen, Minnesota, a couple beautiful suburbs of the Twin Cities complex, the Metroplex. But now check this out. Now some of you might be thinking, if you're really astute, that, oh, more service means I got to spend more time with people and do more on them. No. That's not more service. You can actually shorten your time, but increase the quality and intensity of it, and that increases the service. See, a person can have high quality, and we do it by, of course, compressing it. We compress quality, which equals high service in a short period of time. But we can do other things in a chiropractor office that add more services to a visit so that the patient experiences more service on the visit, and then of course we end up collecting more per visit. Tory, what are those things? There's only a few of them. And this is where chiropractors go wrong. They add this, and they add that, and they add it all wrong. And it affects what? Their overall amount of service that can be provided. Chiropractors don't know what services are. Tory, how do I keep track of services? What does that mean? What do you mean, what does that mean? That's what you did on people every day. That's what you did. Those are the services you provided. And the dollar amount is what tells you how much of it you did. If I did $22,000 in services, that's what I did. That's the time, effort, energy, and whatever that I spent with me in my office on people that day. And your collections are a function of your services. So if I want to collect more, I have to elevate my services. And there's only two ways to do that. Do more service or have increased fees. Tory, I want to increase my fees. You don't get to increase your fees because you got no demand for what you do. You got 9 referrals a month and you think you're going to increase your fees? If you don't have 30 referrals a month, you got no way to increase your fees because people don't want what you have enough to pay more. A chiropractic office, I don't know, maybe I study it so much and understand it so well because it's what I do. Like the undisputed authority in all things related to the real mathematical and honest inner workings of a chiropractic office. So there's many components here. It's how do I build demand so I can charge more for my services? How do I increase my services on people on a visit? How do I increase my total services by seeing more volume? See, the word is service. And it really boils down to the mindset, the service mindset. Like I was indicating, as I head into the Winter's Edge office today, all I'm thinking about is what I can do for service for chiropractors. Like this video. I don't have to do this, but I got to provide service. Okay, in a podcast, service. And I've got to handle coaching calls today, service. And I got to get emails out, service. And I got to create events, service. And I've got a whole new Secrets of a Chiropractic Practice Consultant books coming out, a multi-book set. Why? Service to people in written form, in audio form, in video form, and in live form. Service, service, service. I know if I want to have any chance of any increase myself personally, I have to increase my service. Now the problem with people in chiropractic is chiropractors are running around, like probably you, trying to figure out how to do less service. How do I do less and somehow get more? What you're really saying is, how do I put in less time and get more? But you have to increase the service. You see, it's like an inverted thing. It's like a paradox. I have to have my time go to here, but my service go to there. How do you do that? Well, there's lots of ways to do that. And of course, it starts with your layout. And like we always say, if I did not draw your office layout, you don't have a layout. Okay? It's just that simple. I used to try to be nice about it, but now we just say it the way it is. If I didn't draw the floor plan for your office, you have a problem with your floor plan. If you want high service, next level stuff, 150 to 200,000 a month collections for one DC on what? 200,000 a month of services. Okay? 250,000 a month of services, because collections are always a percentage of your services. So the mindset, it's so interesting. I pull into my office every morning and the little bunny rabbits are hanging out outside the trees. And they and I have an understanding. I roll in and I don't bother them and they don't bother me, and we just check each other out like every morning. Even if it's super cold out, they're out there fluffing around and they scamper under the tree. And it's beautiful. Nobody else is out. There's a couple of flags on flagpoles over here and they're dead calm, and I mean dead calm because it's 1 degree outside, so that's pretty dead calm, 1 degree F. And I'm here early like every day. Why? Because I've got to provide service. I got emails that came in overnight. Service, 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 service. Okay? Now, for you, sort of in summary here, because I'd like to do a 2 or 3 day boot camp on this. How can you provide more service to your people, to your existing people? Because if you provide more service to them, they will want to stay more, they will like you more, they will refer more, okay? And service comes in the form of basically 2 things. There's service with your hands, what you're doing chiropractically. The next service is the effort you're putting out and what you're providing with your intent and with what you're saying and what these people are getting on office visits or beyond. In other words, are you educating people? Do you have educational handouts? Service. Do you have a series of educational videos that people see because you send them out to your new ones? See, service. Do you do any little talks in your office? Service. Do you have a little podcast for your people and whoever else wants to listen? See, service. Figuring out ways to give more service. Have you blanketed your area with promotional material and educational material? Service. See, people might think, oh, I went and gave out cards. Me, gimme new patients. Me, serve me. That's the whole problem. The chiropractor runs around wondering how everybody can serve them. Then they wonder why they don't have any money. Like no chiropractors have any money. I'm on the line with a chiropractor yesterday, like 30 years in practice. Yeah, Tory, I haven't been very good with finances, which means what? I got no money after 30 years. Part of a coaching group for 20 plus years. Didn't teach them anything. Just like no coaching group teaches anybody anything, which is why everybody should leave and come hang out with us. But they don't know that until they get here. If you don't have the Winner's Edge money flow system in place in your life, you're not going to have any money unless you just happen to slip through the cracks and luck out. But we got to make it predictable and reliable for normal, everyday, average chiropractors, not the ones that inherited money or went back to where it was easy to get going in practice, or the very few that somehow figured out how to save a penny. All that service and nothing to show for it. There's the epic fail that we're here to fix, okay? So service for you means what, okay? It means the quality of care to your current people, which usually means less time with higher intensity, educational material in the form of audio, educational in the form of paper, educational in the form of video, and you can have a cool little educational handout that you could blanket your area with around your office. And of course, our series of little educational booklets on all these topics, okay, that can blanket the area and your attorneys. If you get into a service and an education first mindset, I remember my purpose is to educate and adjust as many people as possible. Service to people, and they'll see me as the expert. They'll want to come in and see me. Of course, they're going to want to pay more, and of course, they're going to want to send in everybody else they know. The name of the game for chiropractic success is how can you give more service to your current people and service to people you don't know that causes them to come in. Tory out.